All right. So, has everybody seen that new the lawnmower blade mounting pattern? It's called that S shape. You can find them on most of the MTD brands. You know, the Cub Cadets, Troy Bilts, and even on Craftsman's. And I guess since the Stanley Black & Decker, they had acquired MTD, you know, was it a year or 2 years ago? So that was kind of huge, but I have a feeling pretty soon we're going to see all those, the new S-shaped blades on all of these branded mowers and all the new ones. And in my opinion, I think it really sucks. And why is that? Well, first off, just look at the cost of the blades. Get online and look, and you'll see the pricing is about, you know, $40 up to $80 for a set, $40 for a single. When in the past, using the more common patterns, you know, you can get a replacement blade for $15 or a set for $40. So they basically just double the price. It's going to cost you twice as much whenever it comes time to replace your blades. Now, I have not, you know, actually replaced any yet. Right now, they're still, you know, you can probably still just sharpen them and balance them and all that good stuff. But once they start to get damaged and you have to replace them, that's when you're going to feel the grunt of having to pay twice as much to replace those blades. And I keep asking myself, why the new pattern? Why switch it? Why start using that S shape? You know, is there a mechanical advantage? Is there a design advantage? Is there a performance advantage? Is the blade any better? I just don't see any advantage to the end user whatsoever. You know, it's the only advantage I see is increased revenue for these companies, right? They're charging double for this stuff. Pretty soon, in the next, you know, who knows, in the next year or two, the next years coming up, they're going to be doubling their revenue off of these replacement blades and a lot of these parts. And that's the only advantage I see, and any reason to switch to that at all. But it's going to be at the user's expense, right? Now, there is a workaround if you want to look into it, and say with your push mower and you have the blade adapter that inserts into onto the crankshaft, you could possibly replace that with an adapter with the more common pattern on it, and then you can use the lower cost blades, right? And the cost of the adapter and the blade is probably still less than the cost of just one of the new S-shaped blades. So if you want to go that direction, that's great. Just make sure that it's going to, you know, the adapter is going to fit your mower, your application, and then you're good to go. Yeah, I don't know if like with in the auto industry, I think it's what, 4 to 6 years before you know, aftermarket companies can start, you know, making replacement parts. So I don't know if that same thing applies towards the lawn and garden stuff, where it's going to be, you know, 4 or 6 years before all these aftermarket brands can start making replacement blades and using the S-shape, unless they're licensed for it, right? But we'll see. Yeah, there has been a lot of changes going on in this industry over the past couple of years, and that's including, you know, Honda announcing that they're not going to be making mowers anymore, and I think that goes into effect this coming September. The mowers will still be around and you can still get parts for them, but Honda's just not going to make them for the U.S. market. You know, I don't know if they're going to be making them off, you know, in Europe somewhere still, or what. And then Stanley Black & Decker acquiring MTD and what was it, XL, I believe? XL Industries. That was huge, you know. MTD is not small, and Stanley Black & Decker came in and acquired them. So, and I can see the point with that. You know, there's a strategy with it because there's been such a huge shift over towards electric power equipment, right, for yard stuff. And Stanley Black & Decker have been in the, with a cordless and battery powered stuff for a long time, with hand tools. And now, since they have DeWalt and all that, well, DeWalt already has their electric mower, so they're well versed in the electronics and the cordless and products, while MTD and their family of products, well, they've been doing gas powered forever. And if they join forces, they could bleed off the technology, right? They can use the technology from Stanley Black & Decker to more quickly convert their mowers over to electric, right? And come out with new lines, just like, because now they're Craftsman, which, they have their electric mowers out, and I have one of them, the Craftsman V20. So I can see the advantage. Now they're joining forces, and they can share their technology over and advance much more quickly. Because like Ego, they have a huge lineup and they're leading the pack, and I'm sure MTD would really like to catch up to them on the electric arena. But anyway, I just see this change over to this S shape. It's just going to be an example of strategies of generating more cash flow, right? Just remember, it's the CEO's job to maximize shareholder value. And I expect a lot more things like this to come on, and who knows where. I mean, it could be, even with the batteries that they're going to be using, they're not standardizing on one battery. But I'm trying to standardize, say with Milwaukee Tools, I'm trying to standardize all my stuff around that one battery so that I don't have all these different batteries everywhere. But you know how that goes. Now I have, Craftsman batteries, Snapper batteries, Milwaukee batteries, and, they're building up. So it kind of forces you to purchase more, right? But if you can concentrate and be, due diligence and make sure you standardize on your battery setup, then it's a little less money out of your pocket, and a lot less chargers on your bench, a lot less stuff to handle, Yeah, so all these changes, it makes me wonder. I mean, I guess these changes, they're made really to generate more cash flow, right? And I don't think they're really concentrating on the end user experience. They're just worried about making their money. It's kind of like, are they really making a better mousetrap or just a more expensive mousetrap, right? So I guess that's some stuff to think about, in the coming years. Like I said, it's the mower wars starting in 2023, and it's going to go on for a while. And you can see these examples of and these shifts in the product matrix, and sometimes it's not for the end user's benefit, right? So, but I guess that's my rant and rave for the day. Life will go on, and yeah, I'm getting into electric stuff too, because I know, somewhere down the line they're touting that everybody's going to be saving a lot of money on upkeep and all that stuff. Well, but still, it's a machine. It's a product, and they will break down, and they will need to be repaired. So think of it that way. I'm still going to be on top of it and be able to repair and replace whatever's out there. So, well, like I said, that was my rant and rave for the day. So I guess that's it for this video. Just real short and sweet. And once again, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch my next video.